What's up guys, before I start today's video, I just want to point out how ironic this gameplay is because I dropped my first V2 rocket as my gameplay for a commentary where I talk about SBMM. It's pretty funny when I call in the V2 towards the end of the video, so watch until the end, leave a like for the V2, leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and now I'm actually starting the video. Well, we meet again. I haven't talked about this topic since the first week of Vanguard, so it's been almost like 3-4 months by this point, and to this day I still get tons and tons of comments just talking about SBMM, asking me to cover SBMM, people giving me their experiences with SBMM, and finally today, I'm roasting the dog shit out of SBMM. I used to talk about SBMM a lot back in MW 2019, back in Warzone, back in Cold War. I haven't talked about it too much in Vanguard because, honestly, I don't really experience it as much anymore, and it's for a lot of reasons. Pretty much every single day I play with the same group of guys, and our skill levels range from pretty high to pretty low and everything in between. And the other reason is that this game's player count has to be like 29 people, and I just don't think it's as strong as usual. However, I do still think that this current system of SBMM ruined modern Call of Duty. And based off of something that I just read, it's here to stay, unfortunately, and we gotta continue dealing with some bullshit. I'm sure a lot of you guys have already seen this, but this comes from Ralph's Valve on Twitter. He's a known leaker, he's been getting a lot of things right, so I kinda do believe him. He says, despite plans for revising Modern Warfare 2019 Part 2's SBMM system, disbanding lobbies are supposedly here to stay for all future premium Call of Duty titles. Now, when I read this, I really wasn't that surprised. I mean, based off of everything that I'm hearing about the next title, it's gonna be an exact replica of MW 2019. The game design is still gonna be horse shit, catering to a bunch of little kids who have nubs instead of thumbs. The indestructible doors made by God himself are still going to be there, they're still going to be mounting, the game's pacing is probably still going to be very slow, and because it's being developed by this fucking guy right here, I'm expecting the worst of the worst, I'm not gonna lie. Sorry if you're a fan of MW 2019, that game just created so much unnecessary bullshit in this franchise that we never needed, so why would I be surprised that the exact same SBMM system is probably going to be in this next game too. Now apparently there's still some plans for them to revise it, maybe it's not going to be as thick, maybe it's going to be thicker, who knows. But one thing that we know for sure is that the disbanding of lobbies is still going to be there. And that fucking sucks for a lot of reasons, alright? It's still one of those things that was never an issue in previous Call of Duty titles. Who the hell complained about staying in the same lobbies when you can literally press circle and back out and go into a new lobby? And supposedly, there's some data that exists that says that this is good for the franchise. That it has a positive impact on the franchise and the community and the people who play the game. And look, in my opinion, I've been playing COD since Black Ops 1. There is no fucking way that's true. Whoever's working at Demonware, the guys who created this new system of SBMM, whoever works there and sent out an email to Bobby fucking Cosby saying, hey, disbanding lobbies is actually good for your franchise. Please contract us and give us money and we can implement it into your games. And knowing Bobby Cosby's dumbass, he was probably too busy harassing women around him instead of reading the goddamn email and seeing that the shit makes no goddamn sense. Bobby Cosby and Activision got finessed by Demonware. It's the only way that this makes sense. And I know there's some actual dumpster juice drinkers, people who will lick Activision's ball sweat to defend SBMM. I know there's some people out there that will actually defend it. I used to get comments by this weird furry guy who's another YouTuber who would always say some dumbass shit every time I talked about SBMM, saying things like, oh well, SBMM is actually good for the franchise, you don't know what you're talking about, you're not a dev. And you're goddamn right I'm not a dev. My IQ is above 2. I know for a fact that SBMM, this current SBMM, is not good for the franchise. It's good for motherfuckers like Lil Jon, who don't know what the fuck is going on. It's good for people like him. It's not good for people like me, I'll tell you that. And to get back to disbanding lobbies, it just makes the process of playing this game that much more annoying. I have a different perspective than a few other YouTubers, alright? There's people who will say, oh, well, disbanding lobbies is bad because if you lost against this other guy, you don't want the lobby to disband because you want a rematch. It's different for me. Every time I shit on somebody, and I do it a lot, I want to keep shitting on them. I don't want to wait another 10-15 minutes to shit on another person. Just throw me back into the match. Give it like 30-60 seconds. Why do I have to go back to the loading screen walking like a dumbass just to go against somebody else that I'm about to smear my scat on? How is that a good experience for anybody? And this disbanding of lobbies that's still gonna be here, it tells me a lot of things. It tells me that we're probably not gonna be allowed to vote for maps again. It probably means we're not going to be able to see deaths on the scoreboard again. It probably means if you have 3 good games, your 4th game, you're either going against Scump or that your entire team is going to be filled with Lil Johns and MW 2019 lovers, and I don't want either. It tells me that the future camo grind is about to be cock and ball torture, because once you need to start doing the launchers, once you need to start doing the pistols, once you need to start doing the riot shield, you're just gonna get shitted on. People get really bored of having playstyles forced on them. If I'm constantly being forced to team with the sledgehammer devs, the people who can't tell their elbow from their ass, or when I start camo grinding and I'm going against these kids who are using MP40s against me using a riot shield, this shit is not fun. It gets boring. Waiting 10 minutes to join a lobby is boring. We don't like it. Not being able to see the deaths on the scoreboard eventually gets boring. I want to see who on my team is being a shitter so I can talk shit to them. It's bad enough for players like me that the next title is going to be an exact replica of MW 2019, inheriting all of the same dumbass shit from the first one. Why do I need to worry about this current system of SBMM even more? It does nothing good for the franchise. You give me good data that says it's good for the franchise, I'm still going to say it's cap, but at least I can see it. Right now, there is no data. Nobody has shown data of this being true. Infinity Tards, I can predict your game is going to be a solid D tier COD, but for the love of God, if you have any say in it, this current system of SBMM is going to fuck up your game. And look, one of the biggest things about SBMM, and I can't even say this for Vanguard because like I said before, I can't even really feel it that much in this game, and that's for a number of reasons. Probably mainly because none of the sweats are playing this game anymore because the game sucks balls. But I will never forget, back in MW 2019 and back in Black Ops Cold War, the SBMM in those games were so fucking thick. Pause. It genuinely felt like 80% of the time you were sweating your balls off and 20% of the time were actually fun games. And trust me, as somebody who's been playing the franchise since he was a kid, especially when I used to actually suck at the games, nobody wants this experience where 80% of the time you feel like you have to try your hardest to win. Trust me, Activision, Demonware, Infinity Ward, nobody wants to deal with this shit again. And for the love of God, Microsoft or Phil Spencer or Bill goddamn Gates, whenever you fully acquire Activision and you have control of Call of Duty, first of all, fire Sledgehammer or at least demote them, make them the water boys for Infinity Ward and Treyarch, and secondly, fire the dog shit out of Demonware. The only requirement to work for Demonware is you barely need to speak English. Or understand it, maybe. These fools are literally ruining Call of Duty as we speak, at its lowest point. The games have already sucked balls as they are. Why do you need to make it even worse? I know SBMM is a super controversial topic. I understand that some people will agree, some people won't. For the people who don't agree that SBMM sucks balls and they somehow think it's actually good for the franchise, please leave a comment on my video so I can roast the dog shit out of you, please. Honestly, if you truly believe that SBMM is good for COD, just know that you would always get clapped by Scatmaster Fooly. Always remember that for the rest of your life. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about all this. Are you sad about this news regarding SBMM? Do you think SBMM is good? Somehow, you fucking moron. Do you think it needs to go back to connection-based matchmaking? Let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos. And yeah, guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Toodles.
It's been a very long time since the weekend. It's been a very long time and I'm weak. It's been a very